This video covers section 9.3, Simplifying Expressions Using the Laws of Exponents. Objective 2, Simplify Radical Expressions. Example 4. Use rational exponents to simplify the radical. When we see radical notation, we can always rewrite it into exponential notation. The index on the radical 6 goes as the denominator of the fraction. The exponent goes as the numerator. So now we have 9 to the 1/2, and we should recognize that as the square root of 9, which is 3. So when the power and the index have a factor in common, we can change the type of radical it is. If we have cube root of 27, a cubed b to the 9th, that's 27 a cubed b to the 9th, all raised to the 1/3 power. That power multiplies across and gives us 27 to the 1/3, a cubed to the 1/3, and b to the 9th to the 1/3. A cubed to the 1/3, 3 times 1/3 is 1. This leaves us with a. B to the 9th raised to the 1/3, 9 times 1/3 is 3. And 27 to the 1/3 is the cube root of 27, which is 3. Letter C. We rewrite those with a rational exponent or an exponent that contains a fraction. The index on the radical is the denominator, and the numerator of the exponent is the power, 3/4. Square root of x is x to the 1/2 power. To simplify this, we subtract exponents. We take the denominator's exponent from the numerators, and 3/4 minus 1/2 is 1/4. Letter D. The square root implies that we have an exponent of 1/2. The cube root implies that we have an exponent of 1/3. So power to a power, those multiply, and we're left with 1/6. N to the 1/6. Now the rule of thumb is if it starts off as a radical, then we should put this back as the 6th root of n. I should put this one back as the 4th root of x. This leads us to your practice problems. I encourage you to press pause on your video and work these out, and come back when you're ready to see the solution. Now that you've had a chance to work these out, I'll work these out with you. The 8th root of 16 squared, we can rewrite this as 16 to the 2/8, which is 16 to the 1/4, and the 4th root of 16 is 2. Letter B, we have 81 a to the 8th, b to the 12th, all raised to the 1/4 power. 81 to the 1/4, a to the 8th to the 1/4, and b to the 12th to the 1/4. 8 times 1/4 is 2, and 12 times 1/4 is 3. 81 to the 1/4 is the 4th root of 81, which is 3. 3a squared b cubed. Letter C. The numerator is x to the 2/3. The denominator is x to the 1/4. We subtract the denominator's exponent from the numerators. Getting a common denominator on those, 8/12 minus 3/12, which gives us x to the 5/12. And the rule of thumb on this is to rewrite this back as radical notation. If it starts as radicals, it'll end as radicals. And letter D, the 4th root of something is a power of 1/4 on that something. Cube root of something is a power of 1/3. Or we could think of it as a to the 2/3. Power to a power, we multiply 2/3 times 1/4. 2 goes into once, into 4 twice, and we're left with a to the 1/6, which that results in the 6th root of a. And this concludes the video for section 9.3, simplifying expressions using the laws of exponents. Objective 2, simplify radical expressions.